It's the internet, you're busy, let's do this. I'm Jeff Grubb with GamesBeat.com. This is my Animal Crossing New Horizons review. Let's get right into it. Animal Crossing New Horizons is a pretty tough game to assess. I've played it for around 60 hours. Nintendo sent over a download code in late February. But even if I had played 300 hours, I would still struggle to review Nintendo's Social Life Simulator. That's because the point of Animal Crossing is to play it consistently over the course of months or even years. And unfortunately, I can't time travel. But even with that caveat in mind, I'm still confident in making this claim. This is the best Animal Crossing game yet. Like past games in the series, New Horizons is about moving into a village with other animals. You get a house, you pay off the loan to a raccoon named Tom Nook, you get a bigger house to add more decor, and so on. The idea is to live a life inside a pleasant little virtual town. That structure is back with New Horizons, but Nintendo has added to and refined the Animal Crossing formula. And the result is more gripping than ever. Let's get to what I like. On my first day in Animal Crossing New Leaf for the 3DS, I hit a wall. I think everyone does. After just an hour, you could find yourself wandering around with nothing to do. Now, this wasn't a long-term problem, but it reveals a major contrast with how Nintendo is approaching this sequel. New Horizons is much better about getting you into the flow of Animal Crossing. The first day when you start a new island is completely untimed, and it's unrelated to the real-world calendar. This tutorial section gives you a chance to get familiar with some of the core mechanics. It guides you to features like crafting, catching fish and bugs, buying and selling goods, to earn bells, earning Nuka Miles. By the end of the introduction, it throws you back into the real-time game, and you can keep playing without running out of things to do. I think this is going to lead to New Horizons grabbing more people that bounced off previous versions. New Horizons also has a great system of putting goals in front of the player. If you ever feel lost or confused about what to do next, you can just go ask Tom Nook. He'll point you towards some goal that you can work toward that will unlock more aspects of the game. Early on, these goals are very simple, very manageable. They include crafting your first tools, picking home locations for villagers, and getting Nook enough miles to pay your moving fees. They then get progressively more complex and larger scale. You'll have to collect specific materials to craft certain pieces of furniture for some of the new villagers. You'll also have to get a huge set of materials to help Tom Nook's capitalist nephews build their first shop. In a later quest, you'll have to improve the overall look and feel of your town by adding infrastructure and decor. On my island, I've added some bridges and a ramp up to the higher elevations. I also built a playground on the beach with a jungle gym and slides and rocking horses and all kinds of stuff. And then eventually, I'll improve the appeal of my town enough to attract a very special guest. But New Horizons doesn't just rely on a strong start and then guided goals to keep people playing. It also has a wonderful moment-to-moment reward system with the new Nuka Miles program that I've mentioned a couple times already. This secondary currency, it's separate from bells. You still earn bells by foraging and selling things in the store. Nuka Miles, however, are a reward for doing everything else. Everything you do in New Horizons will contribute to filling up meters in your Nuka Miles app on your Nook smartphone. If you water 10 flowers, you'll earn some Nuka Miles. You'll also get some for chopping down trees, fishing, or talking to your neighbors. These are things that people do in Animal Crossing no matter what, but New Horizons incentivizes players with a tangible reward. Because of this, I found myself doing things like managing a flower garden. That's something I would have skipped in previous games, but now I get something out of it. I also get Nuka Miles for fishing, which is something I always love in Animal Crossing. Nuka Miles makes it so that you are always working towards something, and that makes everything in the game more enjoyable. In previous games, you had less to do from the start and fewer major goals to work toward. New Horizons is the opposite in both respects. Instead of waiting to get a fishing rod or other tools, New Horizon makes you wait to unlock other parts of the island. This gives you more space to build, and it even unlocks mechanics like digging for fossils. But New Horizons even has a progression system that makes the game more playable. For example, you start out with the option of only donating one critter at a time to the museum. But if you entice Blathers the owl, who runs the museum, to your island, you can donate multiple specimens at a time. Players can also redeem Nuka Miles to unlock user experience features. There's a quick select wheel for your tools, and a skill to increase the size of your pockets that you can purchase with mileage in the store. This progression, combined with the Nuka Miles program, the short and long-term goals, and the quick start to the game, make every session with New Horizons feel eventful and rewarding. The game gets easier over time, but as you get more capable, you start taking on bigger tasks. Its exquisite design that sets the game high above its predecessors. One of the big new additions that Nintendo made to Animal Crossing New Horizons is the crafting system. This enables you to collect materials like wood, stone, clay, iron, weeds, and more to build furniture and tools. I was worried that this system would replace some of Animal Crossing's classic gameplay loops, but that's not how it actually works. Instead, crafting is complementary. It fills in a part of the game that was empty instead of replacing something else. So now you'll spend a lot of your day fishing, catching bugs, talking to villagers, and more, but you will also want to find out what the hot item at the store is that you can craft and sell for twice its normal price. But now when the store closes and all the villagers go to sleep, crafting gives you something to do late at night. You can go around your island collecting materials for the next day, or spend those hours crafting furniture to decorate your home and island. Crafting is additive and feels like something that was always a part of the series. So as for how Animal Crossing New Horizons looks and sounds, I think it's really great. It has the same simple style as the previous games, and the characters like Isabelle still look the way you remember from New Leaf. But the game is now in HD, and everything looks crisper than ever. Still, I think that New Horizons does a great job with establishing an atmosphere as well. Its ambient sounds and music are like if you turned a Chill Vibes YouTube playlist into a video game. This sort of thing is really noticeable when the breeze starts picking up, or the weather turns hazy and rainy. One of the reasons I could play this game for hours at a time is because it's just so pleasant. It's just a nice place to visit, and I always want to go back. Let's get to what I don't like. It's just a couple of things. The biggest thing is that Animal Crossing New Horizons still has some user experience annoyances. It's a friendlier game than previous Animal Crossings when it comes to user experience. The aforementioned auto stacking fruit, for example. And a lot of like the shops are now based in menus instead of just having you walk around and like pick stuff off the shelves physically. You can also like edit the layout of your house using an awesome drag and drop tool like from Happy Home Designer. All that stuff is really nice, really great. This game is an improvement from the series, but I still think overall it has some clunkiness. I've accidentally almost purchased an item when I was trying to talk to Timmy Nook in the shop. Some items still are on the shelves. And crafting, and this could change later if I get like a better crafting table, I don't know. But crafting is only one item at a time, and if you have to go through the menus and confirm everything each time, it's really tedious and not the best experience. But nothing in this department is so detrimental that it ruins the fun. It's just occasionally frustrating. Another occasionally frustrating thing is the save system. I do think this is actually a mess. It's not like a constant mess. It's not ruining everything, but it's like I'm stuck on my Switch Lite, basically. I know Nintendo says it's going to let me transfer Animal Crossing New Horizons to a new system later, but that's not going to fix my problem. I want to play primarily on my Switch Lite, and then when I want to take that character and bring it over to the main Switch. But that's just not how it works. If I use my account on the original Switch, that I can connect to a TV, I have to start a new character that lives on that island and has nothing to do with my Switch Lite character. Now, again, this is my specific problem, but I think that the way the save system works, like more people are going to encounter like different kinds of issues as well. Maybe not that specific one. For example, if you have a family that's all playing on one Switch, and then someone in that family gets their own Switch, they're not going to be able to take their character and that island with them. They're not going to be able to split that apart, even if Nintendo does introduce a way to transfer Animal Crossing from one system to another. They're only going to let you transfer the entire island. So it's going to be frustrating for a lot of people, I think. But these are minor bumps in an otherwise really good game. So, closing thoughts. Animal Crossing New Horizons is fantastic. It is the best Animal Crossing game ever made. I've played for 60 hours, and I don't want to stop. And those first 60 hours far surpass the enjoyment I got from the first 60 hours in New Leaf, Wild World, or the original. Nintendo's found new ways to make Animal Crossing really rewarding. It's also found new styles of play that still feel like they belong in this game. The best thing I could say about New Horizons is that I think it's going to win over some players who previously bounced off the franchise. And it will do so without losing any longtime fans in the process. Those players will find more to love than ever before. I'm giving the game 95 out of 100. Thank you for watching, everybody. Again, Jeff Grubb from GamesBeat.com. You can read this review on GamesBeat.com. It's up right now. If you like the video, like and subscribe and all that stuff. I really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. I'm really into this game. I can't wait for everyone to get their hands on it. One note, It didn't have, there's no online gameplay available as of yet, because that's coming in a day one update that Nintendo hasn't pushed out yet. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.